Alright, how's it going, everybody? This is MrNoobTubeGamer here. I know that's not my real introduction, but whatever, I don't care. I'm sure the first thing you'll notice in this video, hair slicked back. The reason why my hair is slicked back is because that's how it always is. In school every day, that's how I do it. It's just you don't see it because usually when I make videos, it's when I have free time, when I'm at home during the weekend or whatever. So honestly, I don't gel my hair all the time, just whenever I'm out or in school or whatever. So yeah, that's a first, I think, in my entire YouTube channel, because I've been slicking my hair for about 6 months now. So yeah, just putting that out there. But I want to talk about a topic that kind of frustrated me a little bit. Not incredibly, just a little bit, right? Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection will not have multiplayer. In case you don't know what the Nathan Drake Collection is, it was leaked about 2 days ago, and then the day after they came up with the trailer. Basically, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, and Drake's Deception. Wow, I didn't think I'd actually remember the name of all those games, because it's been so long. All those games on the PS3 will be remastered for the PS4. Because, as you know, this current generation of gaming is basically the era of remasters. We've had plenty of remasters last generation, but not quite as much as this one. Regardless, Nathan Drake Collection's coming out October 9th, I think, or October 13th. I can't remember. It was October something. And if you buy the game, you get access to the beta for Uncharted 4. So that's kind of anyone's incentive of buying the game if they've never played Uncharted before. Well, I mean, if they have played Uncharted, that's their incentive for buying the Nathan Drake Collection, so they have access to the Uncharted 4 multiplayer for the hardcore Uncharted fans, right? So, coming from me, I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this right now. I have been an Uncharted fan since 2009. My first Uncharted game was Uncharted 2. I will tell you, I have never played Drake's Fortune. Okay? I will admit that. So, I guess I'm not the number one Uncharted fan, but still. I bought it, and I love the multiplayer. I was in one of the top clans in Uncharted 2 back in the day. It was called Fear. It was like F3-4R, Fear. Yeah, that's what it was called. It was one of the top clans back in the day. The leader was, I think, number, like in the worldwide leaderboards, the leader of my clan was like number 19. So I was pretty elite back in the day. 6th grade, all I did was play Uncharted. It was fun, very good times. So, of course, I'm gonna get disappointed when I find out that these games will not have any multiplayer. It's a bummer. Because Uncharted 1 did not have multiplayer. So, okay, that's one thing. Right? But Uncharted 2 and 3 had multiplayer. I don't know if Uncharted 2 is still online, but I know Uncharted 3 is because it's free to play. But still, you should definitely have those games remastered for the multiplayer. I don't care if Uncharted 4 is coming out. It's very necessary to have those multiplayers, because the main motivation, or the reason why people remaster these games, is so people can either relive those games, or for people who've never played the games before. So you think the people who've never played Uncharted 2 multiplayer would want to play it? I think they would, honestly. If I had a list of the top 10 multiplayers I've ever played, which probably might be a video in the future, we'll see. But in the top 10 multiplayer games I've ever played, Uncharted 2 is definitely in the top. I don't know what number it would be, but it would probably be like number 7 or number 6. Still a lot, because I play a lot of multiplayer. Honestly, I prefer multiplayer over single player, to be honest. But, whatever. I know that's very taboo to enjoy multiplayer games in this day and age, because, oh, no multiplayer is amazing. I love the fact that they have multiplayer. And, I'm going to give a real-life example of when people totally regretted saying that. when the Order 1886 came out, the single player turned out to not be that great. Or I never played it, right? So I'm not going to really put my personal opinion on it, but based on what other people have said, it was not that great, the single player. And I also heard the single player was fairly short. So you have a short game, and you have no multiplayer, and that's pretty much that's a big problem. It's a big problem. So when you look at this game, it's like, okay, it's still a good value to have these 3 games remastered for the PS4, because it's a lot of hours of single player, which is really good in my opinion. I'm not going to argue with that. I still think it's a good value, and I might buy it one day. I'm not going to deny that. But the value of a game increases heavily when it comes to multiplayer. I have the Halo Master Chief Collection. To be honest, I'm not a big Halo fan, but I'm just going to use a comparison just for comparison's sakes, because these two scenarios are very similar. First of all, I got Halo Master Chief Collection from a bundle, though. I'm just saying, I never actually bought it. That's why I can justify for having the game and not being a big Halo fan. But regardless, that's a little off topic. Basically, when the Halo Master Chief Collection came out, it had the 4 Halos, and it had the multiplayer for all 4 Halos, which is... Obviously, if it didn't have the multiplayers, I don't think people would buy it, to be honest. Maybe some people, but not as many as people who did. And the main problem behind Halo is that the multiplayer didn't work. And people might be like, oh, then Sony's doing the right thing for not having multiplayer, right? Wrong. Because, first of all, this issue had to do with the developer and not the actual game itself, right? Because it doesn't matter how big or how amazing the game is, it's still the people who made the game, it's their responsibility to keep the game online, to make sure it works. Even on day one, I don't care. You cannot justify it not working. You cannot praise the company for making a patch. No, it's expected. They have to make a patch for their game. I know there's a little mini rant, but still, I just hate when people love it. When they feel like I don't know how to word this. Let me try to think for a few seconds. When people who buy a game, they feel blessed when their shit's fixed. When the games are fixed. Like Battlefield 4, people were fucking blessed. They're like, thank you thank you EA, and thank you DICE for fixing this game. You guys, it's not like you guys had to fix the game, right? Ridiculous. But anyway, I want you guys to let me know what you guys think about this, because obviously I basically put my stance into it. I never really talked about Uncharted 3's multiplayer too much in this video, but that's because Uncharted 3 multiplayer, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like something that I spent extensive amounts of time on for whatever reason. And I'm sure Uncharted 4 will have great multiplayer. I'm sure it will. And I'm sure that will be everyone's justification for it also. The extreme fanboys that, oh, well, Uncharted 4 multiplayer is coming out, so that's why they don't have Uncharted multiplayer for the other ones, because people will just play the Uncharted 4 multiplayer and will never go back to the other ones. Okay, well, that's just like saying, well, they shouldn't have had multiplayer for the Master Chief Collection, because people would just play Halo 5. I mean, I know it's still a year gap, but a year gap as opposed to a 5-month gap, when it comes to longevity for multiplayer games, it's not that much time, really. 7-month gap? Not really. But anyway, it's basically being a dead horse at this time. You guys know my stance in this position, and I want to know what you guys think. So, thank you.